529s is what we're going to talk about today at West Oak Money. They're a great way to make yourself disciplined, save for your child's education or a grandchild, and you get to do it in a tax-free way. In other words, when the money comes out, you're not paying any capital gains or income tax or dividends tax in any way, shape, or form. Many states give a tax advantage as well on money going into the 529. That should probably not be your motivation for going into a 529. So let's go through some of the basics. You open and automate the accounts. You get it opened up in the parent's name, and your child, the one that's going to college, is going to be the beneficiary. You want to set up a monthly transfer. You want to automate this process. The good news is not just you can help. Grandparents can contribute. Maybe it's good for gifts or birthdays. You want to keep things simple and have it going into one singular account. So how does the 529 really work? First of all, it's not like an IRA. The money that you put in there, you're going to pay taxes on first. The earnings are going to compound tax-free. And when you withdraw the money, it's going to come out tax-free as well. And you could change the beneficiary later on if someone gets a scholarship or things of that nature. Why do families like 529s? The first part is they're flexible. They can be used for college, trade school, and in some instances, K through 12 tuitions. They're portable. If one child doesn't need the 529, you can transfer it to different beneficiaries. There's an option that you can pay down some student loans. And the good thing is there's no income limits on this. Which is better to do? Probably you want to start small and start now. That's the best way. Of course, if you had a grandparent that wanted to give a large lump sum or something of that nature, you could. As the beneficiary, the one going to college, starts approaching that freshman year, you'll want to transfer some of those monies from a high risk to a more secure, stable type investments. And if you're unsure about which of these is going to be best, do a little of all of them. Like any kind of investment, the earlier you get started, the better the returns are going to be, the more compounding you're going to get. So if you can, start now with a little bit of money. Just start flexing that investment muscle. If you start later, you're going to have to invest more to get to that spot. This is going to be your story. Get started today. I would caution you on one thing, and that is if you're too late to the game, in other words, your child's already a junior in college and they're fixing to go in just 2 years, dumping a lot of money into a 529 probably won't be the best idea, because you're not going to get that compounding, that tax-free compounding that you really want your 529 to have. So here's a quick cheat sheet. Just start with $50 a month. Get started. Check out the state. You may get an extra tax deduction there. Set it up where it's automatically going into your account. Might be a good idea to let your other family members know that this is happening. Maybe they want to contribute to your child's education as well. And review things yearly. And again, the main thing is, as you get closer to needing the money, you'll want to change that asset allocation so that it's risk appropriate. So 3 things, keep the receipts. The 3 things that you're going to be spending this money on is tuition and fees, room and board, and books and tech. So you want to pay attention to what the qualified expenses are, and those are going to come out tax-free. The non-qualified are not, such as a car or something of that nature. Thanks a lot.